WWE yet again trying to run AEW out of business, being the pettiest company on earth. Petty Paul, petty WWE, whatever you want to call them, they are petty. They are trying to run AEW out of business so that WWE are not only on top of the mountain, they are the only company on the mountain. They are the mountain. They want to run AEW out of business, and they are using all kinds of tactics to try and do that. So that TNA is what AEW is, and they're okay with that because they own or are going to own or are partners with TNA, right? They want TNA to be that number 2 in North America. That's what they want. That's what they are desperate for. So they are trying everything to run AEW out of business. They are putting Wrestlepalooza, loser, kind of ironic. Wrestlepalooza, which is an old ECW pay-per-view from back in the day. So they're trying to give nostalgia, right? They know the entire world loves nostalgia. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to play on that, right? Bit of nostalgia, an old ECW pay-per-view. On the same, not the same weekend, not a couple of hours before, like they did with Saturday night's main event, right? Start like near the end of All In, or was it All In, Double or Nothing, whatever it was, I forgot. No, this is going head to head. Wrestlepalooza, All Out are going head to head. They are doing everything, even if it hinders their own product in the process, by the way. Even if it makes them lose viewers, even if it hinders them, they don't care. They are doing everything possible to run AEW out of business, from using the same arena. Right, AEW has an arena booked, right, because they do AEW does a thing where they book an arena for a few weeks, right, multiple shows in a certain arena or in a certain city. WWE goes in that same arena a couple of weeks before or a month before, so that fans in that city that really want to go and watch a professional wrestling show, WWE is more big. It's bigger, right? It's more famous. They're first. They're coming before AEW, so people are naturally going to go there. So when AEW comes to town, WWE's already done that. The AEW is the sloppy seconds. You know what I mean? It's not as special. Everything, little things like that. Putting a random PLE. Throwing one together at the last minute, racking your minds around, how can we, what event can we put on the same day as All Out? We'll try and get a bit of nostalgia. We'll bring back an old pay-per-view that the old fans will love. Get us a bit of good grace with the fans, you know what I mean? We'll bring nostalgia with it, and we'll just throw it together on the same day. For people, if you're not an AEW fan, right, if you hate AEW, right, if you want it to fail, there are so many people that I see online. AEW, they joke about this, right? They see this as funny. They like this. They kind of have fun with this. Oh, go on WWE, put it on the same day, run them out of business. Do you realise what happens? Do you realise what happens if WWE are successful in running them out of business? Which I don't think they will, by the way. I don't think they will. But if they are successful in this, and if people that go, oh, this is funny, this is entertaining, this is good, this is fun. If you get your wish, WWE can do whatever they want. They have no competition. They have zero competition. TNA isn't competition because they're going to own them soon. They're already in partnership. One day they're going to own them. So there is literally zero competition if they are successful. If you get your wish, WWE gets worse and worse and worse, and they can get away with everything. Anything that they want, they can get away with, because they know there is no other company that can compete. There's no other company that can compete. If they get their wish, and if you get your wish. It's all fun and games, right? And I get it. It's business, right? It's business. You want to rule out the competition, right? I get it. But in the process, you're changing your product, you're rushing things, you're ruining things on your end just to try and run a company out of business. Wrestling needs AEW. I mean, we need AEW to do well. We need AEW to do good. Not just a good PLE, good pay-per-view, sorry. Right? Because All Out, well, I would bet everything that I own, All Out is going to be better than Wrestlepalooza, 100%. I don't care what match, how many big names, right? Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Cody, Drew, whatever you want to throw on that event, All Out is going to be better because AEW does pay-per-views a million times better than WWE. It's going to be better. But AEW needs to continue that momentum after the event. After the event, carry that momentum on. Make people tune in every week, not just for the pay-per-view. Then you'll provide real competition for WWE, and then they really won't be able to run you out of business. Wrestling needs AEW. And they need AEW to do well. Not just be a thing, do well. Because if AEW does well, WWE have to do well. AEW is the closest thing in America, in North America mainstream, that we have to real professional wrestling. WWE is not that. How many times is WWE in the news? And how often is it for business reasons? Everything you've seen today, WWE wise, is ESPN putting a PLE the same day as AEW. All these deals, Peacock, ESPN, Netflix, Disney, all these things. Everything you see to do with WWE is business. Because that's what it is. And that's what it only is. I get it's a business. That's why you see releases constantly. Because it's a business. You have to release people. You have to make big deals. You have to do things in the name of prioritizing business sometimes. 100%. But not only business. You can't charge people all of this money, all of these deals and all of this, charging people $30 a month to watch your product and then give them nothing in return. You give them no effort. You're charging people so much money and then not giving them their money's worth on purpose. AEW at least care about giving the fans what they want, right? Sometimes they don't. A lot of the times they don't. But at least they care. At least they want to give the fans what they want. Do you genuinely believe WWE care about the fans? They care about the fans when it comes to them making the money. Give us all of this money. Give us your hard-earned money that you work all year for. Maybe 10 years, the amount we charge to come to a show. Give us all of it. Give us every single penny of it. And we'll give you the bare minimum in return. That's what WWE is. They don't care about the viewing experience. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about professional wrestling. They don't care about any of it. You saw their new ESPN trailer, right? The first people you see on the trailer aren't wrestlers in a wrestling company. No, it's celebrity, celebrity, celebrity. That's all they care about. That's why you always see the celebrities, because they care about their image. They want to look like, look at all these people we've got involved in our product, involved in our show. Look at this basketball player. Look at this football player. Look at this singer we've got on our show. Does anyone care? No. Has it worked? No. Has putting basketball players on the show, singers on the show, has putting Jelly Roll on the show, Tom Segura on the show, basketball players on the show, has that brought in new viewers? Have basketball fans who are a basketball player on the show and thought, I need to watch WWE from now on. I saw Cardi B on SummerSlam. I need to start watching WWE. I saw Jelly Roll. I need to start watching WWE more. Has that worked for them? No, because their viewers get less and less and less and less and less. So does it work? Absolutely not. How about now? Here's an absolute wild concept. I'm pulling one out of the air right now. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say something crazy right now. What if, okay, hear me out, please hear me out. What if you made your product entertaining? What if you made your product fun? What if you gave people what they want to see? Then you wouldn't have to worry about AEW. You wouldn't even have to look at what they're doing. You wouldn't have to put shows on the same day. You wouldn't even have to acknowledge their existence or care about when their PLE is, or even acknowledge nothing to do with them. If you gave people a good product, entertain people, make people have fun coming to the shows, and people at home, viewers would go up. You'd be in the news and the media without having to get celebrities on your show. You wouldn't have to go beg celebrities to come on your show. Cardi B, please come host for SummerSlam. Jelly Roll, please come and do this. Travis Scott, please come and be in the main event of WrestleMania. Just to try and get some social media attention, right? Some mainstream article about you. What if you made your fun, your show's good, your show's entertaining, you put effort into them? There's another wild concept. Put effort into your shows and you wouldn't have to do all of that because people would be tuning in for a good show. You wouldn't have to get the celebrities. You wouldn't have to do these tactics to try and run AEW out of business, you absolute buffoons, you absolute idiots. This company is not the company we fell in love with. Absolutely not. WWE is nowhere near the company we all fell in love with when we were kids, teenagers, adults. Whenever you fell in love with this company, it is not the same. It's nowhere near the same, and it's never going to be as long as TKO and Triple H are involved in all of this. AEW are our only hope of a good professional wrestling show that actually care about the fans and actually care about giving us a good product, actually care about giving us what we want. Sometimes they don't, but at least they care, and at least they try. And at least they aren't all about the money and the money only. We have to have AEW succeed. We have to have AEW around. WWE are petty. They don't care. They're trying to be the top of the mountain, the only people on the mountain. Bring TNA up. No one cares about fucking TNA. No one's going to care about TNA. Triple A is more relevant than TNA. No one cares about TNA. We need AEW, and if you laugh about this, if you find this funny, if you find this fun, if you like this, good for you. But you'll regret it in the end if they do succeed in this and WWE continues to get worse and worse and worse.